We should have music going now, too. We do. Okay, good. Good morning, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. Hope you all have had a wonderful Thanksgiving if you are in the U.S. And if you're not in the U.S., maybe you had a good Thanksgiving without us. And it's all good. Anything can happen. Raise a glass for us over here in the States who are filling ourselves full of food. I guess it sort of does kind of make sense that one of our bigger holidays is a food holiday. There's a certain amount of irony to that. Anyway, time for us to get ourselves working here. Gotten myself all logged into everything. I was checking my mail, which actually is the reason why everything was screwed up this morning, not because there was something wrong with the equipment. It was totally something because I was checking my mail and looking at all the things, and they were talking about doing a Black Friday special on Global Comics, and I'm not sure I want to do that, but that's all right. And so, all of these things, and so I've been doing all that and forgot entirely that I had to open up a panel here. I'm also going to check one thing real quick. Because I want to find my advisor. I keep emailing her, and then I'm not 100% sure if I know what we're supposed to do. Admissions counselor. Right? Hang on real quick. There we go. All right. That's what I was looking for. Because I'm going to do this and go look for the counselor, because I've emailed her a couple of times and haven't gotten a response back. So I'm going to search. Let's see if I can't find her. And that should help. Okay, I've emailed her twice. I'll check in junk to see if there's anything in here. Just in case emailed her twice and she hasn't responded. Let's see if she's been anywhere else. Yeah. I'm just making sure before I start going, okay. Lady, like I'm just gonna say that you should be answering your messages. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Double checking. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, I know. You are who you are. It's always the same. Maybe in here. Yep, so she's not in here either. Oh, there we go, guys. First of all, George. We get a George visit. Love the George visits. Always do. because he's a floof. You're a floof, you know that, right? You're a good cat. A little weird, but you're good. I'm going to get to work here in a second. Just want you to know that. I got work to do. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Cat came over, knocked the monitor around, then wandered off. Okay. I'm actually still doing things. Where's my school account? Hi, you're back again. Oh, for crying out loud. It's always an authenticator. And, like I said before, the problem I've got with authenticator is it won't send the thing to you, an authenticator, because you need to have started authenticator. Okay. Whoa. Calm down. But don't put your feet on the monitor, please. There's nothing else on this planet. I really wish that hackers would die a slow and painful death because of that. The fact that the authenticator, now I have to have this thing where logging in requires me to get my phone, and I pretty much agree to this, I'm sure. Hey, it's me. Notifications. Hold to navigate student. What does that mean? Orientation. Any questions? Schedule an appointment. No. Ooh! I need to do the study abroad initial meeting. No, not today though. Can we do 27th? What's the 27th look like? Hi, Alicia. How are you doing this morning? It is a morning. What do I have going on? I am trying to schedule all of my silly things for... Yeah, see, I could do it Tuesday. Probably do it actually technically in the afternoon on Monday. I'm trying to schedule up my appointments with advisors and stuff like that. Got a lot of no times set up here. Oh, they got times though. It's kind of nice. This is the night for you, huh? This is the day over here, and it's snowing. Although it is snowing lazily. Like we have probably, I'd say 6 centimeters of snow. Not a lot. And it's like snowflake. It's like, oh no, more injections. That sucks. So you up all night because of that? Does that keep you up? I I feel for you. I really do. That's a bummer. I'm so sorry. I'm with you though. I'll hang with you. Maybe that's what I need to do. Hmm. Okay. Oh man. Rule 14. It's gonna get unpleasantly tight. I know I'm working a lot. From 11 to 11:30. I'll get to drawing here in a minute. Well, we're not going to get to drawing. We're still building, but I'll get to it in a second here. I'm just making sure I get my advising stuff set up. Because these slots go quick, and I've been accepted into college, but classes start in January, and I'm already seeing that all of the first part of December is already locked up. So okay. I'm still looking through academic advising. I do want to do study abroad. Initial meeting, I think I can do on the 27th. Let's see what they can do. Yeah, let's do Tuesday 28th works. Good morning, Ron. How are you doing? I had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hung out with my buddies and we all got together and it was really nice. And then we played a whole bunch of games that were like, they were all online. So you could use your phones as sort of the handheld versions of so we all sat in the same room. The main TV had the master game going. And then all of us had our handhelds and we would like enter in the answers to trivia questions and things like that. So, right? Nobody, necessarily. But I mean, if you're going to study abroad, right? See, dad jokes. It's a thing. We're required to do dad jokes. No, actually, so all of this weirdness of going back to college, I want to go to the big college here in Boulder, but in CU Boulder, but they wanted me to show that I'm a 3.0 student first. See you later, Alicia. Take care of yourself. I hope you feel better. So yeah, all of this, they want me to show that I'm a 3.0 student or higher because they can't accept my Westwood College credits. And they can't even look at it to see what my GPA was, because of course I was an honors student and all of that stuff. And so, but they can't look at that. So it's a silly thing, but I'm going to Metro. And so I was just going to go to Metro and just get the Japan. I'm going to see if I can't get back to go to Japan again. But yeah, I went in there and I was just talking to them, and I'm like, I was just going to do the just enough to make CU happy so I could switch to CU. And the lady I was talking to was showing me all of the classes in the anthropology, and one of the anthropology classes was study abroad in Japan. And I was like, I might stay here longer than I think, because at CU, that's not that would have been in my minor and not in my major. Hey, Booma, happy Thanksgiving. So I was like, So I'm now trying to set up a virtual meeting with everybody and kind of set up all of these things, and noticing that there are reminders that only go to my school email, which means that they're not gonna, this is gonna be one of those things where I'm gonna have to figure out how to set up my school email and my Outlook. So happy after Turkey Day to you as well. I'm going to sit here and get to drawing here in a minute, but there's so much paperwork to do. So it's like, oh man, all this paperwork I've got to do. Tuesday. Wait, when is it? Oh, that's December. So I'm like, why didn't that set up right? There we go. All right. Because I figure that's actually one of my high priorities in studying abroad in this sort of situation here. 3 o'clock. There we go. It's virtual. All right. Oh, you're doing work on your 3D printer, huh? Oh, hey Ron, before you leave, looks like I'm going to be open to be there for the December club meeting. I mean, provided that it's not snowy. Although the amount of snow we've gotten down here has been underwhelming. We're at probably an inch and a half, but not a lot, and nothing sticking to the roads or sidewalks. So far, knock on wood, hasn't been so bad, which is good because I kind of do want to tootle over to Galacticon and see what that looks like. So, and that's what we're doing. So, anyway, yeah. Let's see if there's anything else I need. Brother to brother. I don't know what that is, but okay. Wellness, finish what you started. And Grant. Oh, hey. Oh, yeah, let's give that a shot. Okay, I get that. Thanks. Oh, good. I'm also looking at apparently, yeah, Ron, it's spitting down here. So it looks like it's a little bit worse up there. I mean, it is still snowing, but it's the lazy couple of flakes every so often snow. It's not serious. It's not being serious. You guys need to start being more serious. And set myself up for, I should just Slapsgiving. Oh. There. The snow misses you too. The Sonic Pad. Upgraded tablet to give mine. Oh, you have to configure all that stuff. That seems like a thing. See you later. Bye, Ron. Thanks for joining me. Maybe I do want to do this online. Okay, 1 o'clock on the 27th. I'm setting up all these appointments to talk to people. Input shaping sensor on it. Calibrate. Hey, Booma, what kind of printer is that? Because Brent, BC Cammon, is a printer guy. He likes printers. More of the do you want to geek out together sort of thing. MSU. Because it sounds like something I feel like he'd be interested in. Ender 3. Oh, yeah. Nice. I am looking to all of these things. So, support services. Online services. Success coaches. I don't know what a success coach is, but it's like all these different things they do now. Transfer other. Refer to advising. Transfer course approval. Transfer support. Don't know if I need any of those. Let's see. Academic advising. Declaring or changing a major? Nope, already declared. Advising. See what kind of advising support I can get. Oh, Monday's got a lot. 1 o'clock, we do 2 o'clock to 2:30. This looks like social work. Why is this social work? What does that mean? Maybe I'm not interested in social work. Well, maybe he has a version 2. Or, actually, I think really Brent is just that kind of person who would probably want to manually do it anyway. My degree planning is way out in the middle of Nowheresville. Professor office hours, no. And a course go toward my major. It goes towards my minor. I've already taken 2 Japanese classes, so my Japanese minor can hold up just fine. Academic hold. Well, I think I pretty much got everything I need there. Okay. Okay. You've not changed your things. Okay, whatever. Okay, get your student ID number. I already have that. Attend the new student orientation. Sign up for orientation. Doing all this stuff today. Today is the day where I do all of these things. Connect our mission, transfer, whatever. Okay. Why did it take me to this page? This is not a sign up page. Becoming a thing. There we go. We'll go to financial aid. It just tells me where the building is. All right, well, that's a thing. Guess this is you go to financial aid yourself. Go there. Go. Fine. Monday, I've got to tootle around, apparently, and wander around campus. Which is fine. Why did I close everything? I need to log in. Here we go. Okay. Okay, all of this I know is super boring, but these are all the things I've got to do. No, I swear, hackers, I hate you guys so much. The number of times that I just want to log into this thing and check one thing, but first, all the two-factor authorization has to be done. I don't want to do the two-factor authorization. The thing about the two-factor that always gets me is like they're trying to make it so that you can't copy and paste it. And I get that. But then it becomes one of those, here's your 27-digit number. You can't copy and paste it. And it's like, I'm not going to remember all those numbers. Add or change schools. Need to add one. All right. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Friday. What kind of work are we doing out there? That's it. I am not, in fact, going to do that. I've added them to my FAFSA. You're cleaning. I did that yesterday. I actually have been going through and rearranging the furniture and cleaning the house and making things different and stuff like that. No change. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing as well. I know my stream's kind of boring this morning. It's all right. Got all this stuff I've got to do. Never mind. How many of them are in college? One. I always like the FAFSA forms. It makes me feel, I don't know, like I'm a child again, because it's like, do you want to answer questions about your parents? Well, I mean, I can, but I don't think they're going to help. I'm done with this. Why am I here? I did this already. That's it. That's all I did was out of school. Once that bright stuff shine, you wouldn't believe it, but it's not even sunny outside. It's actually snowing. Hi, Tick Tick. How you doing? All right. Yeah, he's further north than I am, though. It's spitting here. It hasn't accumulated on the roads or the sidewalks. It's not even accumulated on our back patio. I mean, it's just been, Uh-huh. Well, I mean, you know what? Given the alternative, I actually am kind of okay with this. I've spent some, quality time. Okay, is it saying we're done, or I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, I spent some time in other places which have hurricanes, and honestly, I'd rather take the random snowfall. Hurricanes just seem unpleasant to me, you know. So, okay, I think I fixed that. Health insurance. Yeah, one of my immunizations. I'm going back to school. Now I have to talk about immunizations. This is very funny. Wow, there's a lot of compliance. Meningitis. I'm old enough now that I've got to start talking about other things like stupid shingles and dumb stuff like that. Depending on your completed common income, you may be required to take college placement for math or English. On the Friday before classes begin. Ugh. Ugh. A lot of dumb steps that need to be taken. All right. College is not for the faint of heart. Okay. I think we've done all of the things. Okay, all the things are done in theory. So now we can get to, back to work on important stuff like our comic. So kind of one of the things that I do is I'll get all hyper-focused, mostly because I'm afraid I'll screw it up if I don't. So I'll get all hyper-focused. Now I can do this and go here. Except that now my little portrait is down here because I moved it over here to make it easier for people to see. It really kind of needs to be over here. Infinitely better. I mean, this corner. And these guys, I've built this model now. And she can be clutching off her stuff. I mean, like this oversized outfit. And call it a lifeboat. It's an escape pod. All right. So he's turning the other direction, but that's okay. Yeah, maybe this is just this is just, don't worry. So, quartermaster. Someday I'm going to have to build a better Jessine model. Why do I keep drawing Jessine from way too high up? So the Jessine that I have, I had to stop drawing with eye stalks. With the badge, though, they do kind of look like a fish eating something. I might have to think about that before I continue. I liked the original version where I had her standing here, holding her stuff, and the doorway was, leading a blackness all around. You can see the bed and stuff like that back here, but it's definitely black and dark. And then the door closes. On her now, it's all black and dark. Jump. Okay, I had another version of this still. The older version of this, which was the first version where it was like, we'd gotten quite a ways in. Oh, good, this is before. He just sits in the bed for a minute, contemplating her world with that huge window here. And the rain just pouring down on the window. There's a desk here with a chair. All right. There we go. Max shows up, meows at her. Max says that how'd you find me? And then Max says, I feel like that might be hard to explain. She just picks him up and squeezes him. She's so glad to see the cat. And he's like, ooh, oof, yes, I love you too. Oh. Okay. And the next 2 pages kind of have to set up a specific thing. So I'm looking for this and I'm kind of going, well, in my brain, I'm going through a couple of these dialogue pieces here. I'm trying to think it through. So, oh, I know what part of the problem is. Oh, part of my problem is it stood up in a minute or two. as fun as it would be to set up that whole scene where we try to fracture the system, I think really we can make it go very straightforward in plot. And the more I think about this, the more I think it's accurate, where it's just straightforward. In fact, this actually works much better for issue 3 if we do it where they see the incoming Commonwealth cruisers or destroyers, and they say, well, and then Chang says, I mean, we hope for diplomacy, but it's our job and our duty to protect the system, so we'll just go confront them. And then they put Alex on the planet. Will that mess up everything further down the road, though? Let's think that through. So, okay, here's the way this goes. Commonwealth destroyers are approaching. Something bad's going on in the system. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Kind of, something bad's going on in the system. It's blowing up spaceships all over the place, and they're starting to kind of get news that things are blowing up at the end of the system. And they're like, uh-oh, this is bad. Commonwealth's doing stuff. And I knew what you meant. The Commonwealth's doing something out there probably because, things are blowing up. When it's a loose thread. And that's what's really going on, is there's a loose hyperspace thread out there. And the loose thread keeps blowing things up. First blows up that freighter. Then it blows up the search and rescue teams that are trying to go out there, because loose threads are breaks in space and time, so they don't treat you well when they run you over. So now they see the Commonwealth destroyers, let's put 2 of them out there because Commonwealth destroyers are cool. And we'll put 2 of them coming into system. So now in issue 3, Chang says, well, we'll have to go out there and hope for the best, like you're just saying. Hope for the best, but if we have to, we'll engage the destroyers. But it's a Corvette versus 2 destroyers, so this is a very one-sided fight. And so Chang is hoping for a good outcome here that won't in fact involve blowing up the kittiwake, so there's that. But before they go, they can't have a VIP hanging out on the ship. And so they dump her off, they dump Alex off at the city while they go do this. That's how we do it. And then in episode 3, it becomes, after all of that happens, Alex goes out to someplace where they can't see her, and using dark music, she pulls the thread in, which then opens up a hyperspace thread to Moment. But that also ties the thread down, so it's not just wandering around aimlessly out there blowing up ships. In come the destroyers, they show up, but then in comes the home ship as well. And 2 destroyers versus a home ship, it's got, 7 squadrons of destroyers. So home ships have far more ships than those 2 destroyers want to handle. It's not just the destroyer squadrons, but it's also the cruisers that are aboard and the 1 battleship that is always there on board there. So home ships are not something you want to mess with. And the Commonwealth destroyers know that, so they'll turn and leave. but that means that they can come back. And the thing that I want to remember before I do this to myself and make myself miserable, let's open up issue 3. Because what we really want to do is go all the way back down to the completes and pick up another flowchart. This one. Because that's the real thing. And we'll save this as completes Act 3. Well, no, completes Act 1. Momentary Ghosts, issue 3. Version 2. Because here are the things I'm thinking. While I'm here, before I screw this up, here are the things that I'm thinking. 1, put Alex on planet. No civilians in combat. 2, go confront the Commonwealth destroyers. 3, Alex closes the thread with music. Music is the name of the force, if you will, or whatever, in this, for home ship arrives. They deny blowing things up. There we go. This is issue 3. Much less complex, much more centered around Alex and Chang, which are the two main characters we want to kind of center everything about. Hey, Peugeot. Haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing out there? Excellent. I saved this page. This might be an issue 3 page, but I saved this page because I want to talk about her being... I'm working on my 2 comics. I'm working on my comic, but there's 2 issues, and I'm trying to make them both fit together. They don't fit well. They didn't fit well. Now I think they fit much better. So I'm working on my comics and trying to make them... These are my, this is what we call I can't get design out of my head. It's not design. This is roughing it out. So I'm doing a rough sketch of my comic issues, so I can remember, so that I can set up the pages and kind of get a good idea of where all the pictures go and where all of the panels go and where the story is going. And I like to write my scripts this way. I don't actually write a script like in Word or something like that. I prefer to do it this way, which is what I'm doing, and I'm trying to think it through. And I'm thinking I've got kind of where this is going. We've introduced Max, which is good. Max is her cat, so. But the cat is an AI. It's not really a cat. It just shows up as a cat because that's the way Alex wants it. So Alex tries to get the cat to, he makes her AI look like a cat. And so Max just shows up as an AI. So back here, wait, one more thing I want to do. Well, now do I want to do this? Because I'm thinking, this needs to be Chang and Bennett. Looks like Moment Control sent out a search and rescue team 9 hours ago. I can't see the team on gravitics anymore. But I am detecting something else. What looks like screen units. Probably destroyers. Certainly Commonwealth. Two screening units, probably destroyers, certainly Commonwealth. All right. There we go. That's how we do these things. All right. I knew if I spent enough time just thinking it through, I could come up with a pretty good setup for this. What I could do is just do this. There we go. We'll make this a little bit. Looks like remote control sent out. I'm saying this specifically this way because I kind of want looks like Moment Control sent out a search and rescue team about 9 hours ago. I don't need to do that video. Trying to raise them for the last hour. Went ahead and ran a sweep, and I can't see them. The military is always going to have something better than Moment's going to have. Heading back to the Matrix, and I can't pick her up either. There we go. Looks like Moment Control sent out a search and rescue team about 9 hours ago. They've been trying to. They have been like the dude. They've been trying to raise them for the last hour. I went ahead and ran a gravitic sweep, and I can't see them either. I also looked for that freighter that was headed back to Bellatrix, and I can't pick her up either. I need to say lost her signal too. There we go. That because you can't put either into either. It just sounds weird. That's why I read these out, because that makes it sound better. That's not a big problem. Let's put that big gravity footprint. Yes, sir. It looks like 2 screening units, probably destroyers, and they're inbound. All right. So that is italicized. Okay, this sounds much better. It looks like Moment Control sent out a search and rescue team about 9 hours ago. Well, see, here's the problem. I think I messed this up. Because this is this. Because they were looking for the Thomas Bregman. No, that's it. There we go. So it looks like Moment Control sent out a search and rescue team about 9 hours ago. They were looking for that freighter that was headed back to Bellatrix, the Thomas Bregman. They've been trying to raise them for the last hour. We're going to need the SAR team. And then this needs to be, I went ahead and ran a gravitic sweep, and I can't see the Bregman or the SAR team. All right, there we go. Now let's reread this. It looks like Moment Control sent out a search and rescue team about 9 hours ago. They were looking for that freighter that was headed back to Bellatrix, the Thomas Bregman. They've been trying to raise the SAR team for the last hour. I went ahead and ran a gravitic sweep, and I can't see the Bregman or the SAR team. But that's not the big problem. This is gunny. That's a big gravity footprint there, gunny. Yes, sir. Looks like 2 screening units, probably destroyers. They're inbound. Not ours, are they? No, sir. Can't be sure at this range, but my best guess is that they are Commonwealth. And with this big of a footprint, they are coming in hot. There we are. All right. I like these 2 pages. They sound like a space opera. And the best part is I can keep page 32 as just one big happy panel of 2 Commonwealth destroyers barreling in, which I really like. I'm going ahead and flatten everything here. It does make me kind of annoyed because I'm going to have to rewrite all of this. Maybe what I'll do is I'll just make a called dialogue. And then take all of this and just stick it in there. Work inside the dialogue folder. And sounds like fun. Sounds like fun. Let's do that. And that way I don't have to kill all this dialogue. Which is kind of, I mean, once I've typed it all in, it seems ridiculous for me to have to retype all of that again, you know? I go for another 15 minutes and then I'm going to call it for the day because I started 15 minutes late. So I'm going to roll for, actually, I only have to roll for another 7 minutes to get us back up to normal time. I just started late this morning because it didn't set my alarm. Yeah, I know. Draw in a couple of Commonwealth destroyers, bearing down on them because Commonwealth destroyers are cool. Actually, really kind of dig my Commonwealth destroyers. You need to come up with a Commonwealth Corvette so that they're running into at least something similar in size all the time. Like Commonwealth Corvettes, though. Maybe that's the thing. Commonwealth doesn't run Corvettes. Maybe that's their deal. Uh-oh. There we go. All right. And that works. And that gives me these pages here to kind of work on this. And I really should just keep going with what I was doing before, because this is really like what do you remember? Because I liked it before when Max oh, what were they called before they were weird? I'm just thinking these things out. Setting the engines. Setting the engines, seeing the incoming on just fleet, making a choice. Making a choice. Max. Fleet. So this is heaven? No. This is the Unity Corvette Kittiwake. FS510. There we go. I've been wanting to figure out how to get all the numbers in there and everything like that. And I think it's funny that Max is the one that says it. So Max says, "What do you remember?" And she says, setting the engines, seeing the incoming on just fleet, making a choice." And she says, "Making a choice." And then her eyes get big and she goes, "Max, we?" And Max said, "Yes, we died." And she goes, "So this is heaven?" And Max goes, "No, this is the Unity Corvette Kittiwake FS510. I think that's a good line. Like, so we died, and this is heaven? No, this is a Corvette. I like that quite a bit, actually. She's like, "Wait a minute, why am I here? Why are we here? Why are we here?" Still looks like it's, that'll work. Oh, he should make some snark about the replomats. No, I've seen what the replomats have to offer. This is the Unity Corvette. I may want to think with that. Maybe I just say, "No, I've seen the food here." There we go. There we go. This is the Unity Military Corvette Kittiwake FS510. There we go. No, I've seen the food here. This is the Unity Military Corvette Kittiwake FS 510. Looks like around the year 2521. And then she says military. So he didn't succeed. Because that's going to be the thing she's going to think first. So we didn't succeed. We just plunged Earth into the war. I like that. That works. So Max Wheat died, yeah. So this is heaven? No, I've seen the food here. This is the Unity Military Corvette Kittiwake FS 510. Looks like around the year 2521. She says military. So we didn't succeed. We just plunged Earth into the war. Because she's seeing humans, she's seeing aliens, so she's going to piece together that the humans are now part of the military. And this is obviously a human ship. So she's going to put two and two together and realize that they didn't win, just plunged Earth into the war. She's going to ask, how are we still alive, Max? Temporal tunneling. Transporter accident. Evil. Genius cloned us. He's got like all these science fiction things he's thinking of. Something funnier. Max comes up with weird crap. Okay. So he says, honestly, I don't know. Max is trying, but he doesn't know. He says, honestly, I don't know. I woke up about the same time you did. The court. He looks like a Jacine. He is. Hey, maybe you are into that kind of thing. I don't judge. So Max is going to tease her. And then she says, how are we still alive, Max? Temporal tunneling, transporter accident, evil genius cloned us. And then he goes, honestly, I don't know. I woke up about the same time you did. I've just had a few more cycles to poke around the Kittywake's databanks while you were getting cozy with the quartermaster. And she goes, the court, he looks like a Jacine. And Max says, he is. Well, hey, maybe you're into that kind of thing. I don't judge. He's teasing her. But that shows a couple of things. One, she's not freaked out by the aliens. She might be 500 years old, but she's not freaked out by the aliens, which is a thing. This is an important piece of this puzzle, because you'd think that somebody pulled from like today's Earth would be a little freaked out by the number of aliens that are wandering around and the AIs and things like that. She's clearly familiar with the alien races. I like that little bit there because it does sort of give she's familiar with the alien races, but she thinks that this human ship is a human ship that's been brought into the war. So she's talking about something that's a little out of sync with this. This ship isn't at war. Looks like it's on a maintenance mission. It looks like it's on a maintenance mission, like it's doing the rounds, so to speak. There we go. There we go. He is. Hey, maybe you're into that kind of thing. I don't judge. And the sheep, whap, and he goes, ow. As for the war, I don't think the ship is at war. Looks like it's on a maintenance mission, like it's doing the rounds, so to speak. Yeah. Max, I have this funny feeling that we have another job we have to do. That we're here for a reason. Something is wrong here in the system. I think we're here to fix it. To which Max then says, "And now you're creeping me out." I know. There we go. To which he replies, "Well, I mean, now we're zombies with a destiny. I don't know what to think anymore." I should put that in quotes. There you go. And now you're creeping me out. The back from the dead thing didn't creep you out? Well, I mean, now we're zombies with a destiny. I don't know what to think anymore. Put a lampshade on it. If you're going to do something weird, I'm doing something weird. So, no, don't do that. I wanted you to do that. There we go. Well, I mean, it's not just zombies, it's zombies with a destiny. I don't know what to think. I don't think she'd actually think someone could have seen you at this point. There we go. Did you sneak in? All right. But I'm slippery and I'm no ordinary AI. You know. There we go. That makes it very clear that Max is an AI. How did you get here? How are you here? Did you sneak in? And then he says, their AI is pretty sharp. He almost caught me a couple of times, but I'm slippery and managed to get through the firewalls. I'm no ordinary AI, you know. That makes it very clear that Max is not a cat, not a real cat. Happened to us. All right, that works a lot better. It's a lot cleaner. And it's cute. It's got some good stuff in here. I'm going to go through here. We're going to take out all of this so I can read it. Otherwise, you can't read this. Right, need to do a quick check on one of my story information pieces. And then it's going to Legends Rising story pieces. I need my timelines. Timelines are here, are they? Okay, all of a sudden, all right, send that out to them. I was apparently invited to Thanksgiving, and all right, let's take a look at some of the things we've got going on here. I thought I had all the timelines on here pretty straightforward, but I guess I don't. Fine. Be in the tech manual. Because I know it's in the tech manual, I just don't know where the heck it went. Timeline's huge and big and monstrous and goofy, and I don't know. Timeline. Because it's 776293. And that What's this? Where is that in? Each day has galactic time. Easiest way to calculate back and forth is take Earth years by 365 divided by 150 galactic. I have my math for this, for better or for worse. The math is miserable, but I made it so that I wouldn't have to worry about it. That was the entire point. Because now I need to figure out exactly what year it is. So here we go. Here we got our math. We're going to do our math. All right. Here I am. So we didn't succeed. All we did was plunge Earth into the war. She doesn't know that everything's better now. She doesn't know anything about that. All she knows is she's on a military ship. I need, though, to figure out exactly when all of these things are. It's a Bellatrix system map. So Bellatrix has 2 protoplanets in it. I think that's kind of cool. Just saying. It's really young. The star is really young. Fourth era technology. I'd never done that. I know I've done somewhere along the line. I did the translation of when, where, and how. I don't think I said it, so we're gonna have to just do the math. I was hoping I'd find somewhere I did the time translations and stuff, so I didn't. So in we go. 4925 should be about the time that we have right now. Open with Clip Studio Paint. Okay. because we got to translate back and forth from universal time back into in 6293. Did I hold that? Am I saying that somewhere else? Because I don't think that's the same time. Why can't I be uniform on these things? The story pieces is where things oh man. A fear of scarcity. We cannot give in to the fear of scarcity as a beast that consumes your soul. Scarcity leads you to believe that people cannot live without hurting one another. Words like, we could have something if not for these people, are levers used to control a nation. Whitney Scotia. Just saying. Wait until you start hearing some of the quotes coming up here, from Whitney especially. The belief that a person is simply evil has no redeeming quality is one of the greatest cancers in society. Punishment can never earn respect, it only earns fear. Fear may work to keep people in line, but doesn't work to promote a fair and working society. Also, Whitney Scotia. Task hour. That's not it. Looking for time here, folks. Okie dokie. Here's what we're going to do. Open this with Clip Studio. Save as. Time, cat, time. Do you know what time it is? Do you know in your little fuzzy brain what time it is? You don't, because you're fuzzy. That's why. It's because the hair grows on the inside of your skull too, doesn't it? All the little hairs are inside there. And that's really all you got for brains, is little hairs and stuff. Right? Oh, there's already a time in here. So, what does the time thing say? I don't want your butt in my face. Butt cat. Oh. 1 year is called an arc. 10 arcs is called a 10 arc. 100 arcs is called a span. 1,000 arcs is called a 10 span. An arc is 0.411 Earth years. Earth was destroyed in arc 925. The story starts in arc 293 of 10 span 776. It's been 1,368 arcs since then, or 526.248 years. 526 years, 3 months, and about 12 hours. That's what we want. Right there. I knew I had done something already. I knew I already had something out here, which was this thing. 10 days is a 10 run, and 4 10 runs is a tour, or 40 runs. Each arc has 5 tours, which equals 200 runs. Right? The Festival of Lanterns happens mid-year. This is an outdoor celebration. People help those in need, hanging around campfires. Kids are visited by persons dressed as the hacks, a friendly animal of the local area. The festival wraps with people lighting massive floating lanterns to remember a lost planet and those who died. These are all things that are built into the story. So we will grab this here and we'll switch to Arial and go click. Current here is. I know that that's completely and totally relevant or relative, but it's all right. We'll figure it out. Current year is one click higher. Now we'll just do the quick math on this. And it should be easy to do, right? So, story starts in arc tonight. It's been or 526. So we take 2024-ish. Let's make it 25. 2025 times 526.248. Probably should be a little more than that, but let's just net down. No. What are you doing? See, this is why you can't let me do math. 20. Let's make it 2028. When this whole thing starts, it's 4 years from now, and that way we don't have to sit there and go, but it's Death Day and stuff. Plus 526.24. 2554. Current time would be about July of 2554. That way, I don't ever have to look here again. Right? It's right here. There we go. We have set the time, and that works. I like Rise as a holiday, the holiday that comes after fall. Fall is the last day of the year, so New Year's Eve, so to speak, and Rise would be New Year's Day. But pretty much fall, everybody gets drunk, and then Rise, you all apologize for getting drunk the day before. That's pretty much what it is right there. Like, well, that's a thing. All right, we don't need you. We don't really need you. We're good. So 2554. We don't need to worry about you per se. Just save you. And we do need to worry about you. So 2554, right? 2554. All right. One last check over this scene, and I think I'll close everything and save everything and be good to go. All right. So how are you here? Did you sneak in? And Max says, their AI is pretty sharp. He almost caught me a couple of times, but I'm slippery and managed to get through the firewalls. I'm no ordinary AI, you know. Then she says, where are we, Max? What happened to us? And Max says, what do you remember? And she says, setting the engines, seeing the incoming Anja's fleet, making a choice, making a choice. Max, and then Max says, died. Yeah. She says, so this is heaven? He goes, no, I've seen the food here. This is the Unity Military Corvette Kittiwake, FS-1510. Looks like around the year 2554. And then she goes, military. So we didn't succeed. All we did was plunge Earth into the war. How are we still alive, Max? Oh, temporal tunneling, transporter accident, evil genius cloned us. Okay. I'm going to rearrange this because I think this needs to be here. Oh, damn it. There we go. Okay. Because this is a direct response. And I like that better, right? Because she says military. So we didn't succeed. All we did was plunge Earth into the war. And then Max says, I don't think this ship is at war. It looks like it's on a maintenance mission, like it's doing the rounds, so to speak. And she says, so how are we alive? How are we still alive? Temporal tunneling, transporter accident, evil genius cloned us. Honestly, I don't know. I woke up about the same time you did. I've just had a few more cycles to poke around the Kittiwake's databanks while you were getting all cozy with the quartermaster. She goes, he looks like a Jessine. And Max says, he is. Hey, maybe you're into that kind of thing. I don't judge. Whack. Ow. And she has this statement. She says here, but I want her to be calm for a minute because it's that ma, right? There's a technique called ma in Japanese manga. You've probably seen it and you've heard Jackson talk about it from time to time. And that means this moment of pause, this pausing center. The character they use for ma is Ida, which is in between, the middle of. So she says, Max, I have this funny feeling that we have another job we have to do. That we're here for a reason. Something is wrong here in the system, and I think we're here to fix it. To which Max says, and now you're creeping me out. And then she says, wait, the back from the dead thing doesn't creep you out? He goes, well, I mean, it's not just zombies now. It's zombies with a destiny. I don't know what to think anymore. I need to say something to connect to this scene, which is where our people, where Chang and Bennett are talking. We need to connect there. And I think that's where I want to leave it for right now, and I'll work on it a little later on. I might work on it later on today, depending on how things go. But I'm hungry right now, and so I'm going to go to bed. Or I'm going to go to lunch is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to go to bed. I don't know why I said bed, except that I was trying to close everything and put everything to bed. So, there we go, guys. We've spent some quality time doing the quality things. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys on Sunday night when we return to our normal, regularly scheduled programming. So, see you guys later. Thank you for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend full of all kinds of stuff that maybe involves Galacticon. Either way, I'll see you guys later. Have a great weekend. Keep your eyes on the stars. Goodbye.